We're doing it live. If I can, like, firmly place this fucking thing here. Oh shit. We're doing a live stream. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're doing a live stream on the internet, which is, like, now my new hobby, I guess, whenever I'm bored. Kind of like the old days. We're doing it like the old days again, where, like, I just randomly stream whenever I have nothing better to do. I actually have a lot of things better to do, but I am simply too tired to do them because it's like almost my bedtime. You know, I spent a lot of today reading because I wanted to finish up my reread of the Welcome to the NHK light novel, which was really fucking good. Way better than the anime in my opinion. Extremely honest and guttural, uh, and to the heart, to the point of things. Um, oh, amazing, amazing book. Written in a very unique way as well about very unique subject matter. Ties everything in a extremely cathartic way. Also, hi in the chat, um, to Mr. Time. So that was what I did today. Uh, and besides that, I've just kind of been floating, floating in the world. Um, a lot of the same. Um, like I kind of, it's better than sitting around and doing nothing. Like I've basically extinct all media from my life that serves no purpose, like daily news content, for example, that just talks about the current thing. I don't really consume any of that. I've cut Discord out of my life, as well. I have federated my internet life more so to where, like, different things I might need to do are done across multiple computers to make it more difficult for myself. And in general, I am choosing only to interact with the parts of the internet that are directly beneficial to me. So I'm using it in a way that is more conducive to whatever my goals are. And I've found that that seems to be more healthy for me, instead of just like laying in bed and then staying online all the time. But it was a thing I did in a series of steps. Like, I didn't just leave Discord all of a sudden with no preemptive plan. I kind of started out by uh, slowly making my way off the platform by first taking it off my laptop, which I just kind of sleep next to. And I did that after several weeks of having not had it on my phone. So I took it off my phone first, then I took it off my laptop, and then that forced me to get up in the morning to go to my chair so I can boot up my computer and do it on my desktop. And then, from there, I started, gradually removing uh, extra content from also, hello, Raiden PX. Um, I started removing content from my life that was just useless, like, the current thing type videos that I was mentioning before. Um, and then from there, I just kind of, kept going. I started getting more exercise, going out and being more active, eating a better diet, um, and trying to make myself have like a normal sleep schedule at the same time. And so I'm doing all of these things, gradually just kind of getting into it, dipping a toe in. And then eventually I work my way up to just removing Discord altogether. Um, and so what I've been doing is reading and educating myself. Um, And I found that a lot more fulfilling because, man, when I was just in the throes of the internet, like deep into it, to where like every day had just been me immersed in this fucking cesspool that is the modern day internet, um, I was kind of fucked mentally. Like I didn't think anything was possible or anything was good. And then what do you know? You disconnect from a lot of the bad parts of the internet, and then you eat a better diet, you get more sunlight, you sleep on a more normal schedule, you move around more, and hey, supplement the nutritional deficiencies you have, and hey, you you start being able to focus more, being able to enjoy things more, finding more productive things to do in your day. But the point isn't to do it all at once, because if you do it all at once, the plan doesn't work. Um, I uninstalled Discord for a few weeks, and it was a good push to get me to do more enjoyable things. I started going for walks even. Lol. Nice. Yeah. No, there's power to it, right? Like I talked about this on my last stream, that Discord, while it isn't a social media platform, it's this weird merging of a chat client and a social media platform. So while it functions like a chat client, it has a lot of the worst aspects of a social media platform. And so you get, stuck on it for a while. And that, even though it's pleasurable in the short term, what do pleasurable short term things often do? Inadvertently make us more tired, enjoy our lives less. It's really difficult things that are harder to do, that are going to provide more enjoyment. Discord isn't social media, but it has that weird dopamine feedback loop sort of design social media has. Yeah, no, absolutely. No, 100%. Um, but it's like this is a thing they've done studies on. Like the more you fill your life with like quick hits of dopamine, like watching TV all day, for example, the more depressed you'll be because things that are enjoyable in the short term are not fulfilling in the long term. To be fulfilled in the long term, you need pain. You need to be willing to experience pain. Um, let's see here. William A. in the chat says, "Have you seen Adam Lanza's YouTube channel? Weird question, I know, but it was associated with him 6 months ago and contains audio logs of his thoughts on antinatalism, dreams, etc." I have not, but given the kind of sphere that I occupy, I should probably check those out. Um, Adam Lanza was an interesting guy in the sense that like all of these known shooter terroristy people are all kind of interesting. Um, you know, I was that kid in the corner in middle school who liked school shooters. Cultural Philistine? Bro, Adam Lanza was a Redditor. Like an actual Redditor. There has been studies there have been studies that show kids who use TikTok for 2 hours a day have a lower attention span over kids that use TikTok for 30 minutes or less. Yeah, no, I believe it. Like, there's been some debate about studies like that in regards to other social media sites, um, questionable methodology, or at least like whether or not they could be replicated. So I need to look at the study in question, but I completely believe it. Um, because like on an intuitive level, like it just kind of makes sense, right? Like if you fill your life with very quick and easy mindless content, then of course, you're going to become accustomed to that, right? And it's going to become more difficult to do things that require more effort. It's a dangerous trend we're running into. Thank God, I did not get a cellular device until I was 16 years old. Um, I can't imagine. And I mean, my internet was never really that fast either, so I had to wait for things for, much of my childhood. Um, but are you a neat? Yes, currently, although I don't intend on staying that way. Also, hello to Captain Osaka. Welcome. Um, but yeah, I've seen how distractible people can become after using the internet a lot, or just staying inside a lot. It seems to be a dastardly combination for sure. I'm gonna look at my own stream in case, like, comfy neat. Yes. Um, I need to log in the event that uh, the stream the stream has like comments withheld again. Because on the last stream a bunch of comments got withheld and I could only see them while logged in on my computer. Spending less time on the internet really makes me enjoy stuff more, like I actually started enjoying video games again. Nice. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. I wanted to talk about, this guy in the chat says video games are trash. I respectfully disagree. I think if anything, video games are too good, which I was about to kind of go into like an anti-video game rant, for a moment, as a boomer, as an ideological boomer. Um, Not entirely, but what I was gonna say, what I was gonna say was like, um, oh wow, there are a bunch of comments uh that got withheld. Um, let's see here. Oh, it's mostly just Dilbert in the chat. It's mostly just Dilbert in the chat saying that people who use the internet are retarded. Um, I see. Okay. Um, let's see here. Oh wait, I can just pull it up over here. Um, 98% are trash. I mean, that's what is it, Strugen's law, right? Like 90% of everything is trash. I don't think that's a particularly unique statement to make. Although I would disagree, like, I think I can enjoy most video games. I don't have a particularly critical eye when it comes to games. I find most of them enjoyable. And I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying a lot of different things. Um, but TikTok, and cellular devices, the internet, I do not think children should be allowed to have access to the internet. I additionally like I don't think they should have smartphones or anything like that. Like maybe when you get into like mid-teens, but I think these are things that people just shouldn't have. I mean, I was lucky in the sense that, like, you know, as a teenager, the internet was kind of a refuge for me, when I didn't feel like people in my immediate environment, like kids that I knew growing up, um, would understand me. I could make friends there, and so it was kind of a success story of that. But, what would I have been like if I had thrown myself more into my passions, or had, used the internet purely as like a tool for research, which is what it is really good for. Um, let's see here. Well, there was a lot of stuff in the chat I have to respond to. Let's see here. This generation needs their swag levels up on some pimp shit. All the internet shit is lame as hell. Yeah, I like humanity is just becoming collectively more cringe in a lot of ways. Touch grass, get juice, stop being a bitch. I think I think like the internet has kind of done the opposite of what it's been meant to do because, like, you have this tool where you have access to information from all over the world that you can access at any time as long as you have a connection. You can talk to people from all over the world, come to understand them, and instead, the structures we've devised in the internet or around the internet have been such that they've only encouraged uh, partisan divides and mob mentalities, through uh, through the use of algorithms showing you like the most extreme content that you're meant to respond to. Um, and so now you have this like very weird, a very weird like a culture of everyone just being kind of extreme against one another. Um, William A is not quite here. Comfy neat. I see. Uh, Video games are dead to me since like 16 years old. My dopamine receptors are fried. Yeah, I'm still able to enjoy games quite a lot. I don't think I doubt that'll ever change. I mean, who knows though? Video games are fun. Let's see here. I can only enjoy games like Team Fortress 2 actually where you don't need to care about actively playing, to be honest. I mean, I think that's a lot of people. I think um, those games are meant for like a very specific kind of person who just wants to have something they can do with their hands while they're listening to a podcast that's also kind of competitive. I think video games are my favorite medium of entertainment. I enjoy them more than most books or anime and TV shows. Um, there was a time when I would have agreed. Right now, right now I'm not sure if I can say I have a favorite medium because I go to all of them for like different things. Um, like when I listen to music, I want to experience these big journeys, which is why a lot of my favorite albums are like over an hour long, or just like a quick hit of like, okay, this is dancing time now. But I tend to like really epic stuff in music that I can, really like listen to every part of, and it does something experimental in the medium. Television shows. Uh, like I feel like I look for different things in them from movies, and movies I pay a lot of attention to like acting and cinematography and like the editing, right? And then video games, I tend to look for stories that can only be told in games. So things that are able to combine the narrative and the gameplay really well are tend to be in my favorites. Um, and video games provide like the most they provide the most like immediate fulfillment for me. Um, but I think reading provides the most actual fulfillment for me. Um, that's how I would put it. Like the times when I'm reading like something where there's juice in every single sentence that leads you down all these different roads, um, those that's where I want to be at. Um, let's see here. So it's like somewhere in between games and books, I guess. Only good game ever, Street Fighter 3 and Tekken 5. Fighting games are trash. Uh, I don't like fighting games. Um, I just play them like a button masher. I enjoy the aesthetics, but iPad kids are literal lobotomites. I agree. They've just kind of increased the NPC programming, right? RuneScape and Counter-Strike are the only games straight white males should be allowed to play. I regret to inform you that RuneScape RuneScape is definitely not white for one, but I don't know how straight that game is. I just have to warn you. Um, let's see here. Worst games ever made. Counter-Strike is a great game. The movement, the movement is really good, and it's like the way your rank progressively goes up provides, I think, a good sense of competition. I mostly only play single player games because I'm a schizoid. Are you actually a schizoid? Um, we have been serial experiments laned. Maybe some of us. It depends. Um, these days, if what you're referring to is like people on iPads, I feel like that's the opposite of being serial experiments laned because there's a certain disconnection uh, that you got from people in the old internet, whereas nowadays everyone has basically uploaded their consciousness. Like the internet is real life these days with Facebook and stuff, but it's also not the internet anymore. Like, you used to be able to just assume a bunch of different identities, and then that was your experience with the internet. Facebook is, and these sorts of things, I feel like have made it too personal. I would describe that as like something different. The idea of living in the wired is abstracted, you know? Like, you live there, but it's abstracted. Let's see here. I stopped by to say hi. What is Osaka eating? This is granola. You got a big stack of books there. Yeah, I like books. That's not even like half of them. Like, there's a bunch over there also, like behind my head. Um, yeah. But, let's see here. Pray to the gods of iron. You should start lifting weights and get jacked. I agree. Um, that's the idea. Stay sore, King. I agree. Get rid of your bed and get a squat rack. I'll just use yours. Um, yeah, because you suck at fighting games. I mean, learning all the combos, and being able to get good, at like memorizing the combos and being able to bring them up on the fly. I've tried, um, I've tried, but it's just not fun for me. Like, I can do it. It's not particularly difficult. It's just not fun. Let's see here. That's a good point. I think I've just seen too many stories that didn't satisfy me in movies, TV shows, and books. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Like, ultimately, like, when you say my personal favorite out of X medium, or like my personal favorite of all the mediums, that's gonna come from like how many positive experiences you've had with it usually, like in total. Um, RuneScape is white. It reflects the values of traditional Western medieval chivalry. Uh, why do so many Chinese people play it then? Like, I'm not trying to point fingers here. I just know one of those Chinese people who I just happen to know a chink who likes RuneScape, and they're not the only one. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say, Kerisu. Uh, the good thing about music over other mediums is that you can still be active whilst experiencing the art form. Is there something on my chin? I don't think so. Might be blood. Oh yeah, that's like dried blood. Um, yeah, that apparently there's dried blood there. Um, but you can be whilst experiencing the art form, and in a lot of cases, being active can enhance your experience. I think, yeah, depending on the kind of music, um, it's also like classical music, for example, can also be really good for enhancing the activity of doing something. Um, like something that requires thought, I've found that it helps me focus. Um, Not actually a schizoid, lol, but I do prefer to play games where I'm not interacting with real people. I play a lot of multiplayer games these days, and by a lot I mean like two. I like the challenge that comes with that. I've largely been a single player person throughout my life, although they haven't really been able to provide as much. as much excitement for me as multiplayer stuff these days. But personally, I've honestly found myself getting bored more easily with games. Um, Sounds like a skill issue. uh, no, I mean like there was a time when I started getting a little bit more bored with games, but I also got more bored with everything. So, like, change your diet, I guess. Play a better game. Osaka um, Namimasuka syndrome. That's me, Jacked Star. Reading is trash. Only good book ever written is Harassment Architecture, and isn't even really a book. I'm convinced that this guy is a troll. Like he just came into the chat to say like absurd things. Um, yeah. The only people who say that reading is bad are people who haven't found things that they like, and they haven't explored other ways of consuming the medium that aren't just like the way you're taught to in school, which is the most sterile, uh, worst possible way you could do anything. What are your pronouns now? Any. Just use any pronouns you want to. They all nonfiction question mark? No. I don't even think like half of them are nonfiction. It used to be mostly nonfiction, but I have way more fiction nowadays. How's that LaCroix treating you? I'm not actually drinking a LaCroix right now. Um, Metal. Uh, Single player games? Question mark. Is that like Obama single player healthcare? Sounds like communism to me. Uh-huh. I'm not wrong, you know I'm right. No, in quotations there. Um, yeah, I mean, you can hypothetically say this in any debate. It doesn't make you actually right. You have to prove it. Multiple difficulty modes equals communism. Multiple difficulty modes equals equality of outcome, which is not the same thing as communism. Okay. School teaches you to hate reading. Yes, exactly. You like The Godfather? I do. That's one of my favorite movies. Um, it's a classic. Based any all gang, we will take over the world. Indeed. Finally someone from Anlo understands. School is bad for your brain, not good. In many respects, it destroys people's capacity to enjoy things that are really fascinating. Like the way the sciences, for example, are taught in school is like the most sterile, abstracted way you can teach them, to the point where like they take steps building on top of one another in a fairly like logical way and then try to make them sound like they have no relation whatsoever to one another. Like almost as though they're trying to deliberately confuse you and to take the adventure one experiences um, out of seeing the progression of those things. They're trying to take that out. That's how it feels. I'm sure it's not on purpose, but Jesus Christ. Um, Any slash all is the only valid pronouns, and one day you will all understand. Yes, exactly. My pronouns are Sneed slash Chuck based. Off to university in a few months, kind of scared. I haven't gone yet. I plan to, but I hear that it's better. Because you have more freedom there. This is true. School can go suck eggs. Yes. Um, Wrong, nerd. I am right. Pick up some weights, Slim Jim, and get juiced. I'm on my way. I need to take a piss, BRB. I don't even think I saw you in the chat until now. Now I'm lifting with my mind right now. I've astrally projected into the body of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Um, what are we talking about tonight? Anything. Just whatever. I wish I was in school, to be honest. I enjoy school. You're the only one. But I'm glad. School ruined books for me for a long time. My literature teacher was a cunt. That's not good. Um, let's see here. Uh, 6 eggs a day, stay sore every day. I wanted to do like 10 eggs and like a gallon of milk. Does that sound lift champs in the chat? Does that sound like like the right way to go? School is torture. It created my schizophrenia. I wouldn't doubt it. Like a stressful event tends to be the thing that triggers the psychotic episode that like is like the onset of developing schizophrenia, right? Let's see here. Current school system is a propaganda machine to make you an exploited worker conforming to capitalism. In many respects, this is true, although I feel like that's a little bit of an oversimplified way of describing it. A lot of school subjects are based on the idea that you need to learn the basics first, i.e., the boring bits. Then in uni, you specialize and learn the cool stuff. That sounds fair. I finally called a stream hello. Hi, Liam. I think I recognize you. What is on the paper plate in front there? This was the paper plate that my bowl was sitting on. Literature teachers really do have a talent for being cunts. I should become one. Gomad builds weight Slim Jim. Yes, I'm aware. Which is very backwards. Teach the interesting bits to kids who need to be enraptured by interesting, cool stuff. You can go back and learn the basics as an adult when you've developed more discipline. I think that could apply for a lot of things, but not other ones. Let's see here. There is no reason you can't learn the basics later in any subject. No one can provide a good counter argument. Um, I mean, I think math is the best example. I've got a nice weight bar but no plates. Once you reach a good weight, stop, and 10 eggs is good enough for now. I see. No plates, no dates, Osaka. 10 eggs is a lot of motherfucking eggs, my homeboy. You don't understand how fast my metabolism is. Sports teachers annoy me the most. They're all pedophiles. Literally all sports teachers are pedophiles. I was forced to read Pride and Prejudice and it was horrible. I haven't read Pride and Prejudice yet. Wait, that was the oh yeah, Jane Austen. Jane Austen is a huge meme on the lit board because people like her as a misogynist, right? I have considered going to college, but I have no clue what I want to do. I think being a historian would be cool. I mean, if you aren't getting a PhD, you're not really going to work as a researcher in that field. Um, Many professional mathematicians aren't good at arithmetic. There is no calc there is no calculator's rule um, in the bits of maths that matters. I see. I would kill myself if I had to read books all day. That's because you're chronically not interesting. I can tell by like every post you make in the chat. Jesus Christ. This is like if you had like everything like the insecure man like fixates on as like I need to be this and like the NPC programming of a human being, I think it would be Dilbert Filbert in the chat. It's like he's allergic to the idea of being interesting. A based feminazi woman was Emily Brunetta? I don't know what language. This got a weird fucking E. Oh, okay, she was English. I don't know anything about this author. My PE teacher got the jail time for touching a 15-year-old and his name was Mr. Badman. See? Exactly. Exactly. Osaka's mad because he's a nerd. Four eyes. Yeah, you know, I'm, actually, where are my glasses? I could maximize this aesthetic right now if I had my glasses. Oh wait, no, I gave them to a homeless guy. Yeah, because I never wear my glasses. I gave them to a homeless guy like a long time ago. Um, and they happened to work for him for some reason. Uh, oh wait, no, thank you. Sent me a video on Matrix? Okay. I wouldn't be able to react to it with other people being able to watch the video though. She wrote Wuthering Heights. We could both become teachers and be the most base teachers. That is true. The song by Kate Bush, you know. I haven't listened to Kate Bush in a while. Um, let's see here. Marlon Brando is my favorite all-time actor. I don't recognize the name. Osaka, you should check out Samuel Beckett's Murphy if your reading list isn't too long. Very neat core book. Yo. Okay, if it's a neat core book, I have to check it out. This is a requirement. Um, no, I'll put it on the list. Probably won't get to it for a while, but it's on the list. Hmm. Sounds like what bipolar 2 is like. My dad has bipolar 2. I can't really imagine what that would be like. Thankfully, just just depressed, not bipolar. And seemingly anemic with how sick I feel today. Jesus Christ. I wonder how many you don't recognize the name of your actor on the poster right behind you, Osaka. I don't know actors. I don't pay a lot of attention to actors, alright? Wait, which actor did you even say? Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay, wait, the um, from, The Godfather? Okay. I'm slow. Listen, I'm slow. I'm slow and spacey like a certain anime character we all know and love. Uh, let's see here. I wonder how I followed you, my nigga. I don't know. People come from all kinds of places. They said I have bipolar 2 as well. Makes sense to me. I mean, you seem pretty classically bipolar in a lot of ways. I may have cyclothymia. Um, yeah. It seems to be common in a lot of socially isolated people. I was subscribed to you, but I don't know how. I, maybe you found a video you liked. The Jew will try to take all that is good and belong to you. Stay sacred, my N-word. This is true. Actually, I on paper, on clipped, don't necessarily agree with that. I'm not gonna reveal my power level this stream. Uh-huh. How many, how many, how many, how many bombs am I gonna blow off at at the local gym? How many Chads am I going to murder with an AR-15? Can you please listen to I'm not going to listen to it on stream. I think the character he's playing has some toxic masculinity. Like, there are people who are this dumb, but like, I don't think, like, why would he use all of these emotes and this kind of language if he weren't making a joke? Like, I don't think someone that dumb would actually find my videos. What's worse than being a nerd is wasting your time telling people they are nerds. This is true, but I think the autism in the chat is a bit strong because, or maybe I'm just autistic, but I think it's pretty obvious this guy is making a joke. Like, I don't, like, it would be absurd to think that, like, especially someone on my videos would be this dumb. Like, usually when you have like a dumb guy shows up, they're like, it's a lot less stereotypical than this, you know? Like, there's some creativity that goes into it. It's less obvious. Like, if you're gonna be this obvious, you're making a joke. Um, but yeah, like, I should kill myself. Uh, if you want to. I don't advocate I do not advocate for self-harm, but that is your right. Hello, Lord's Eye. I want to eat more of this granola, but every time I try to get some, every time I try to get some, it's too difficult to chew. My teeth are all gonna fall out in like 2 years. I bet. Even though I have no teeth problems, I just bet it's gonna happen. The Unabomber Manifesto, Vaporwave Edition. Wait, what was... Oh, wait, this was the video No sent me. Okay. I have the manifesto somewhere in all of this. It's in there. Interesting book, gotta say. I think Ted was really on to something. That's all I'll say. I think Ted was really on to something. I want to replace lots of my teeth with fake teeth, even though my current teeth have no issues. I mean, it's sort of efficient to not have to deal with teeth, but the problem is that, as far as I know, fake teeth aren't that good technology-wise yet. I want to oh wait, I already read that. I believe the Jew has a demonic grip on the noble Aryan, and it's not much we can do about it except for grill and have a good time. We respect all points of views on the Osaka Syndrome channel. Ted is a real one, I agree. Oh, if only... Wait, what was I clipped saying? No thank you clipped me, but I don't know what he clipped me saying. Real opinions. Wait, no, now I have to... Where's my fucking headphones? I have to find out what this is. What did I say? Yeah, it's right here. Okay. If you like Ted, you should check out Linkola, Rest in Peace. Yeah, I've been meaning to read Can Life Prevail for a while. Based Finnish man. Base Finlander man. Moominland. Okay. What did I say? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean the Osaka Syndrome Clips industrial complex needs to exist for moments like that. Probably something I said, sorry. No, no, this is the point. I mean, there's literally a clip of me floating around talking about how much I love the KKK. Trust me, all of the damage I have already done is to myself. I've said way worse things. Um, are you like a real fascist? Charles Lindbergh. Hmm. I'm a Swedish National Socialist. Interesting. Didn't know I had very many of those continuing to watch my channel. Why are you so are you a Nazi that is like explicitly anti-capitalist in your views? Like, do you kind of explain yourself like that way? I was watching your oldest videos. I see. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm interested. So you would you go more from like the oh, what the fuck was his name? Strasser, like the Strasserist kind of wing of the Nazi party that uh used to exist before they took him out? Mhm. What do you mean by my oldest videos? Which ones are you referring to? Like really, really old? Like the first ones you'll find on this channel? I dislike the Strosserists because they were traitors, if that makes sense. I see. So you're more in line with traditionally like the Nazi party line then. You're not because when I think of anti-capitalist Nazi, I think of like the Strasserist people because that's what they were saying. Like um their program didn't really have time to be implemented, but um I think the Nazi state, and of course you're no doubt going to have more information on this than me, but I think the Nazi state existed in order to uh, put strength into companies. Like the state was basically an intermediary that increased the strength of corporations. Um, in practice, I think that's what they did. Especially with Hollimer Shack's policies of like um, private prisons and things like this. Um, Sabotage says, Sup, hello. Yeah, like the gaming month or the pickups or the Metal Gear Solid analysis. That's going way back. That was like when I was like 13 years old type beat. Interesting. Uh, what do you think? What are your thoughts? The problem with the Strasser brothers is that they would have cooperated with the Soviet Union in like 2 seconds, really, which might have been good for the world in hindsight. I don't know if they would have done that or not. Um, because there was still like anti-Semitism was still a big part of their thing, right? Like as far as I know, the only or main difference was just economic policy. I think it's yes, they would have. Remember, most Nazis, including Goebbels, were ex-communists. I don't think most Nazis were ex-communists. Most Nazis were like conservative nationalists, right? Um, like most of the Nazis weren't even ideologically dedicated to the 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 goal of Nazism or like the bizarre conspiracies that came out of it, right? Like they were just kind of nationalists and conservatives who were in the heat of the moment swept under the banner of the Nazi Party. Um, I think Strasser talked about wanting to collab with the Soviets, I see. Um, the Soviet Union was not largely anti-Semitic. That is a that's an like anti-communist thing that has come out in like the mainstream media, but they literally had the Jewish autonomous zone in the east of the country, where they had like Yiddish speaking schools, and like you go there, the signs are in Yiddish and things like that. They were a protected minority in the Soviet Union, so I don't know if I don't know if no, they were all Jews, but Stalin wanted to get rid of those same Jews. Stalin was a huge anti-Semite. Um, I mean, this is what people say, but I don't think there's good evidence for that. Like I'm not like a tanky or whatever, but I just don't think there's good evidence for that, especially given the fact that like there were plenty of Jewish people who were in the Soviet government, and the Nazis had explicitly used this as in their propaganda. Um, Read the doctor papers. I'm aware of what you're citing, but I don't think I don't think it's substantive. Let's see here. Us, that chin dimple arc that I missed. No, it's just blood. Goblins run the banks. Let's see here. Um, Damn, I do a detransition stream, and then all of a sudden a bunch of fascists show up on my live chat. It's very interesting. You should make more solid content. You look like you could edit good, and your voice is good. You have a lot of potential to make really good videos. I appreciate that. I think I have made really good videos with good editing. Um, Not about Metal Gear Solid specifically. Uh, I don't know, maybe if I have things to say about it that haven't already been said, I will. Um, let's see here. Those drinks are so yum. I mean, they're all right. Like LaCroix is just carbonated water. Um, let's see here. Nazi is such a loaded term, it's best not to self-identify. I mean, most people who basically believe the things that Nazis believe tend to call themselves like a white nationalist or alt-right or something, or just a general fascist. Um, I don't think there's anything particularly like distinct about Nazism versus like fascism as a general term, besides like the aesthetics that were employed and specific historical circumstances. Like they tend to emphasize the Jewish question more, for example. Um, like you can theoretically fit under Umberto Eco's like list without being explicitly like a Jewish question person. Um, but beyond that, like I don't think they're. And then you have the historical revisionism around Nazism, but like I don't think there are that many things that separate them. Holy shit, there were a bunch of messages. There were a bunch of messages. Um, Riddle me this, Batman. Who am I? Actually, don't say it. I don't know who you are. Stalin was not Jewish. Trotsky was Jewish. I think you're thinking of Trotsky. Um, 10 million Jews, 10,000 Jews. What's the difference? I see. But it doesn't matter. I'm a pre-industrial Nazi. Interesting. Like I support von der Vogel and stuff. Um, yeah. Um, Fucking. So you're like an Ann Prim who's just an anti-Semite, essentially. Man, people are fucking weird these days. Like, can we all just go back to like the neoliberal consensus being the thing that like weird guys online would I I don't know, man. I don't know what's become of What's become of folks these days? I just want capitalism to do its job and, for like some more social freedoms. It's all gotten a bit on a bit unneedingly complicated. Where are you getting money from to buy books and such? Um, I mean, various places, but I don't really buy stuff that often. Osaka was never black. This is true. I call myself a pan-European nationalist slash white nationalist. Um, I mean, yeah, you you're like into other races being bad. I get that. You're from Sweden. Even Sockdims from Sweden think that. It's a product of well, in America we would say never leaving your house, but it's a product of just not having people who are other races there. Like America is the most diverse society on Earth, and we're also like the most successful one, like kind of the biggest superpower. And so you can pretty easily rebuff anything a Nazi says just by pointing at the United States. Trotsky, aka Brunstein, that dirty. I'm not gonna say that word. You mean Berenstein? Like Edward Berenstein, the social democrat, the German social democrat. Um, I really love your streams, by the way. Exceptionally cozy. I feel nostalgia for the streams you had a couple years ago. Thank you. Yeah, no, I've been getting into I've been getting into doing these again. I'm glad people like them. Mwahaha, I am under the radar. I have no idea. Is there some kind of joke here? I have no idea who you are. Um, have you seen the Batman movie anyway? No, I have not. I might like it. I don't know. When I was 16, I worked at Walmart with a neo-Nazi who was best friends with a gay Jewish person. I mean, this is often the thing, right? Um, uh, like people who have these kinds of views or just like really any views tend to not care about them so much when it comes to like their one black friend or whatever. Like they'll go, "Oh yeah, when the fascist revolution happens, like you're gonna have to go." But in their everyday life, like they know their political beliefs probably aren't gonna manifest into anything, at least not anywhere near soon, because most of these guys talk in the long term. So like they'll talk to the Jewish person or whatever because they don't see when you talk to anyone for long enough, like these stereotypes, like these essentialist categories that we've created for certain groups of people just don't apply because human beings are individuals. And while like there is going to be an undercurrent of prejudice that influences the way that you see your interactions with those people, um, like a personal experience with people from those groups is always going to break through those biases, um, if they're not like mean to you or whatever. And then you can go, oh, they were mean to me because they're Jewish. That's why, you know. Um, oh, what a weird person. Or what a weird conversation. I read that wrong. Um, yeah. Is this a free speech zone? Can I talk about Cunny? The speech ain't that free, my guy. I apologies, but the speech is not that free. That's probably the one thing you can't talk about here. Let's see here. Um, it doesn't matter what we believe because we have no power anyway. Politics might as well be sports for those without money and influence. I agree. Um, I mean, I think things like what do you call it? Social stuff, like like um like I think we do have some influence over like social policy, not like economic policy though. Um, So, those things, if you like organize around, I think you can have influence over, especially if you're engaging in like direct ballot initiatives or something. Like a lot of the best laws in the United States in the last couple years have come from direct ballot initiatives. So, work with an organization or, advocate for some politician that at least won't make things worse. And that's kind of the best you can do, right? So I think there's some influence. There's some influence you can have, but only with certain things. Let's see here. I don't know these people and their ideologies. I just watch weird YouTube channels and laugh at duck videos. Nice. Um, let's see here. No, like 60% of my friends are of other races. Swedes has been like that since the 90s. The first friend I made in my city was from Iran. More like 70%. If you're normal in Sweden, you will have friends from other races since there's so many of them. Whenever I've heard about Sweden, I've just thought I've just heard of it as like an extremely not diverse place. And when I've been in Europe, like I found this interesting, like Americans on average, I think, are generally not that racist. Like even conservative Americans. Like in my personal experience with a lot of conservatives, like I think a lot of them just aren't racist. But there's this weird thing in Europe where you can be like the most progressive person and you're still racist. Like I feel like I've seen this so many times both when I was over there and when I've talked to Europeans on the internet. It's fucking weird. I think America is unironically, like, relative to other countries, like, one of the least racist, if not, like, the least racist societies on Earth. Like, you get a look at some of these people, and it's just insane, like, the level that they're on. While being progressive as well. It's weird. Uh, I find it pretty disturbing that everyone seems to be talking nonstop about weird shit like extreme politics. I miss when no one talked about politics, LMAO. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think, uh, I think they can be interesting. They are interesting, but, the way, like, everything has become too polarized. That's what I was talking about earlier, which is kind of like my normie take. Let's see here. What have you been taking? Why does your face look different? I haven't really been taking anything. Um, what do you mean by what have I been taking? How much does it cost? I don't know what you're referring to. Can you be more specific? Thoughts on millennial woes? I think a lot of them are justified, like student debt, um, the cost of rent, healthcare costs, things like that. Um, the cost of living. I think I think a lot of that makes sense. I support Waco style self-segregation. I don't want to force anyone to leave because that's pointless. I mean, that's more reasonable, but like I I don't like I think advocating for that on its own tend to lead to like I'm sure you individually believe that, but like why be a part of a group of people who all of them like don't believe that, you know? Like you're kind of inadvertently supporting their cause. Um, what happened to Star Chan question mark? I don't know what you mean by that. Let's see here. Uh, no, I mean the person? Lol. I don't know who Millennial Woes is. I'm not gonna read that. Um, free speech since you said it wasn't free. I mean, freedom ain't free. This is true. Um, I thought maybe when you changed your gender, you tried some hormonal therapy which gave you altered bone structure, or maybe it's because I'm schizophrenic. I mean, they don't really alter your bone structure unless you take it when you're like literally a child. Um, but yeah, no, I had been on HRT for over a year, and then I got off of it several months ago, and so there is some like there's like a permanent facial change I have as a result of that. Um, in Sweden, it will work like the Amish communities, but pagan. I see. So you're primarily interested in aesthetics. I see. Did you take TRT? Lol, I would take TRT if I could. No, it's weird. I don't know if it was a result of like being dropped on the head when I was a kid or something, but when they had tested my testosterone levels when I was growing up, they were higher than they were supposed to be for someone my age. And this has consistently been a thing where like I've had higher T than I was actually supposed to have. And apparently head injuries can cause that. I don't know what that's about. Um, so I definitely wouldn't have needed that if I had been seeking it out, but no, I did not. Woo, can't stay long. Studying Japanese right now. I'm I wish you luck in your pursuit, my friend. My freeze peach is being taken away. Exactly. My free peach is being taken away. But no, to answer your question, William A., I had been prescribed spironolactone and Astrodol, those two. What do you mean I'm mostly about aesthetics? Elaborate? Because you mentioned paganism and all of this like esoteric Nazi stuff that doesn't really have much bearing on reality. Also, um, Nazism and fascism in general is primarily about aesthetics. It's emotionally reasoned ideology, moral intuitionism, so to say, um, which brings in a lot of the inconsistency in those people's beliefs. And like directly in a lot of Nazi rhetoric, they tell you not to think, that thinking in itself is emasculating. And they do that because it's an ideology based on emotion. Yeah, a lot of us, I suspect, were dropped on our heads as infants. That did irreparable damage. I'm not joking either. I believe it. Um, Head trauma as a child is no joke. Paganism is cringe as fuck. I agree. Paganism, as you believe in it, was invented very recently. It has almost nothing to do with the actual beliefs of your ancestors. Find Christ, my friend. We've got a based one in the chat. Um, I mean, you can bring up like any out of context quote or like alternative set of facts or like, seven studies that like can't be replicated to justify your beliefs, but that doesn't make them true. What's good, my N-word? Not much. Just hanging out, existing. We've got bread, I guess. I haven't seen you around, Nami the goat, in like a while. I feel like I feel like it's been like a long time. Almost everything is getting censored today. I keep having to approve comments. Have you even read Mein Kampf, bruh? I tried, um, but obviously I didn't finish it. That was like a long time ago. I got like maybe halfway through. A lot of it is just kind of incessant rambling. Yeah, I've been getting high all day. Well, good for you. Yeah. I hope you're having a nice time. Why are there Nazis here? Monka said. Monkas. The little Pepe guy. Um, I guess because I don't ban them, like I I tend to be pretty pretty relaxed when it comes to the ban hammer. Did I read Elliot Rodgers' manifesto? Yes, I did. Um, have you read Ayn Rand? I read The Fountainhead. I'm obviously not going to ban you. I would have earlier if I wanted to. Um, I've been interested in the things you've had to say. That's why I was asking you questions earlier. Let's see here. I wanted to ask Nami the goat, what are you on this fine night? William A, the opposite of the phallus is the yoni. Um, let's see here. You should read it again. It's exciting. It's exciting as fuck. I'll try one day. Because I have a lot of books about Nazi Germany and about like Hitler in particular over here, um, and about World War II in general. Like a very large percentage of my books are about that. So one day I do have to actually finish it. It's just really boring uh, and not well written, in my opinion. Let's see here. No, I don't ban Nazis from my chat. The only people I ban are like spammers or people who are just like going out of their way to disrupt or something. Like I said, I'm pretty relaxed about banning. Um, I like having an open dialogue on these live streams. Uh, and I forgot my login for YouTube lol smoking weed and saving my PCP for tomorrow. That's interesting. I I remember I remember you I remember you saying that you didn't like weed last time back when we were talking. Um, have you started enjoying it all of a sudden? Read Hitler Revolution. It's literally unbiased. Um, I don't know about unbiased, but that one's on the list. Don't worry. Your discussion of trips and your experience with LSD last stream was really insightful. I had never thought of trips and tripping that way until you described it. Well, hey, I'm glad. You look like a small bean down there. Aw. Yeah, I mean, insecurity is one of the many roots of fascism. I'm not a Nazi. I'm an esoteric neo-reactionary evilist, archaeo-futurist rational centrist with Mongolian characteristics. Absolutely based. Yeah, my bro got me into it. Nice. Um, Nami the Goat is like half the stoners that I hung out with in high school. I guess you hung out with some pretty extreme stoners then. Today I got Age of Empires 2 to run on my PlayStation 2. Nice. Um, yeah, I want to play that. The PlayStation 2 version. Uh, when I want to chill out, I just smoke some weed. I mean, yeah, that's generally like the point of it, right? I'm a Sneed extremist myself. Based Sneeds feed and seed. Have any of you guys done Kratom? I have. It it literally like doesn't do anything for me. Like I don't feel anything from using Kratom. Like the only way I get something out of it, even with weed, it doesn't do anything. But like the only way I've gotten something out of it is combining it with alcohol. It's very good combined with alcohol. Not really worth it though, because the two kind of damage your liver. Um, Stavros' essays are good modern interpretations of Nazism slash fascism. Too bad Iron March got taken out by them. Originally, Nazism was pretty emotional, yes, but later rationalizations make sense. I mean, you can post hoc justify um, a lot of things, but like the theory nerds of fascism are generally pretty rare. Like, you talk to most people who are into this stuff, and they aren't usually like intellectual about it. Um, because it's not really like an ideology. Like, it's more of it's more of a response to capitalism in crisis. Like, it's a form of populism that is meant in which certain sections of the capitalist class band together to form an authoritarian state, preserving capital's dominance. In practice, that's what it does. Um, let's see here. I was always high in school. Yep, they were there too. I'm a neat. Let's see here. I'm also a neat. A lot of neats in the chat. It doesn't do much for me either, but I'm drunk as fuck and thinking of taking some. I have all types. Should I take 5 grams of kratom with my alcohol? I had never taken it after after having drank. I would always take the kratom before because the kratom takes, an hour or two or more to kick in a lot of the time. So I don't even know if you'd get any effect out of that. Um, I'm not a neat, I'm a free monk. Lots of needs here. I'm not a neat for 8 months. My best friend was a very short ginger fat kid who smoked way too much in the bathroom 5 times a day. Crazy. Um, Alright, I'm gonna head off now. See you later, Osaka Des. Bye. It was nice having you here, right, in PSX. I need to go back to being a neat. I'm sick of this dead-end job. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna be saying soon enough. For me, my Nazism is pure idealism and a sort of childlike innocence taken to the next level, to be honest. I appreciate the self-awareness. I think it's that way for like a lot of people. Like ideologies, fringe ideologies in general are like that for a lot of people. Let's see here. How long have you had the job? Fascism really is an anti-capitalist ideology. I disagree. One of the main examples you can give is the preservation of private property. You still had a you still had an owner class operating privately owned firms, and the state basically existed to help employ uh, things that would otherwise increase profits. Let's see here. Like in Italy, for example, they brought back the child labor laws, right? Fascism is the merger of state and corporate power. This is correct. Let's see here. Man, why are we talking about Nazis? This is gay as fuck. Stop being so gay in the chat. This is... People... I'm gonna... Fascism has the best outfits, so I'm a fascist. I don't really like their outfits, personally. With the amount of jobs technology is taking over, needs will be the norm. If only UBI. If only UBI. Let's see here. I'm gonna post my PayPal in the chat, so people have the option of donating to the stream if someone wants to do that again. Because last time, having the option open was a fruitful endeavor. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna get some kratom, and I will not talk about Nazism anymore. I see. Very soon I will attempt to run Linux on my PS2. Yo, are you using the old like disk that was bought or bought? The old disk that was available for Linux on there, or are you going some alternative way? Let's talk about DFC. What do you mean by that acronym? There's a few things that could mean. Affirmative, I see. Yeah, have fun. I don't know if it would really work online anymore. Like, would would that work online still? I don't even know. What is it? Let's see here. I'm a self-hating 5'7" Hoppa Nazi working on deporting myself at the moment. No, that's the other thing. A lot of these guys, like, aren't even white. It's pretty funny. Um, let's see here. How the fuck did I do this last time? I have to wonder, right? How did I do this? Oh, it was like this, right? Yeah. It was... No, I don't want to edit it. Okay. No, no, don't do it. I wish the lockdown would return. I loved making money from sitting at home all day. If only we could have been in a perpetual lockdown. Do they still sell the light novel of NHK? It's not in print anymore. Um, but you can get it used. Wait. I don't remember how I did this the other day. Freedom ain't free, I agree. 5'7" ain't that bad. Uh, he said 5'2", not 5'7", Osaka. Did I read it as 5'7"? Most of them are not white. I have pale, sallow skin using monobenzone to get the paper white skin Nazi moment. I don't know how much of this is ironic and how much of it is true. Who knows? As a schizo need, I feel like Pluto out of the Earth's orbit. I think I relate to that. I'm 5'6" Chad Light. It's over. I that made me laugh way more than it should have. I am 5'9.5". It burns terribly. That's like that's like the average height for an American biological male. Because our diets are shit. The sound of your room is Silent Hill 2. I think that's the sound of my house because sound travels really, really easily in this house. Like, basically, all of the sounds that happen in the house go to this room. Man, I'm too high. I thought that spoon in the pot was a mic. That's funny. That's really funny. I can't figure it out, guys. Oh shit, there was a bunch of stuff in the chat I missed. Yeah, don't take 6 Gs of kratom at once, you'll puke. You ain't schizo, you're schizoid, there's a difference? I see. I'm 183 centimeters tall, is that any good? That's like 6'2", isn't it? I think 183 centimeters is 6'2". Besides that, you got quote about Pluto from a YouTube interview of a schizoid. Self-induced vitiligo. Based? Based. If you're under 6 foot, you're not a real man. You learn this the hard way. You learn this the hard way, guys. It's so sad. I'm a 140-pound manlet send lifts? What is that like? Is that like 60 kilograms, I think? I don't know how much that is. Or is that like 58? 58 kilos? No, I'm not schizoid. My psychiatrist diagnosed me with schizoaffective disorder, bipolar type 1. Can you have bipolar and schizoaffective disorder at the same time? Because I thought schizoaffective was like a mood disorder that's similar to that's similar to bipolar, but it's like more on the schizo side. Because bipolar, you can have bipolar presenting with psychosis as well. 5'5"? Why are there so many short people in chat? Why are there so many short people? I didn't expect this, to be honest with you. No one expected the Spanish Inquisition, I guess. I'm bipolar 1. A lot of bipolar people in the chat as well. A good math in the chat. Wow, not a single. Okay, there's one person who's taller than me, and it's the Nazi guy. This is proof. This is why Hitler was taller than Stalin. This is proof of something. I have a good face though. They call me a Bieber cell. Interesting. Yeah, I got diagnosed with ADD and bipolar type 2. So much lookism going on in the chat. This is insane. Because they're all homosexual bottoms. Wait, who are you referring? Oh, the chat. I see. I'm 6'1". Should I rope at 5'2"? The short people are cool. I can make fun of them from my average position. 5'10" is how is five like I don't understand how it's a manlet if you're just in the average. Like if 5'9" is the average in America, which is the only country that matters, then like anything under that you would think you would think anything under that because 90% of people are subhumans. I see. My height is immeasurable because as I am horizontally oriented. That's amazing. That's amazing. If you're under 6 foot, you are not a real man. If you're under 6 foot, you are not a real man. I like that song. That's a good song. No, I'm a 5'2" Hoppacell. Amazing. I'm 6'3", but my height haven't done shit for me except give me a bad back and bad knees. Many such cases, to be honest, like, it happens. Because at 5'11", you can fraud a 6 foot, which is the standard for women. I think you're overthinking it a bit, my guy. What you gotta do when you're really low in one strat, you just have to beef up your other strats. So like if your height strat is low, just like put like fuck tons of RNG into your other strats and then use those to to get someone who really likes those things that you're doing really well. The internet has caused a lot of self-hatred. Don't let your height get to you, short kings. I agree. I agree. Kurt Cobain was 5'7". Yes. Please don't do that. Shouts out. Shouts out to our Ann Prim brother in the chat trying to prevent people from killing themselves. Aryans gotta stick together. I'm going. Don't get limb lengthening surgery. That's retarded and incredibly dangerous. Tom Holland is 5'6". The Weeknd is 5'6". Yeah, like it doesn't matter. I mean, people were less tall back then in Hitler's time. Like everyone was lower height. And like Hitler would have been considered tall in comparison to the leaders of a lot of countries, like a lot of countries. Shouts out to FDR for being in a wheelchair. That was based. If you're very short, you should start daily hanging from your door frame. The gravity will stretch you. That doesn't sound true. I would have been average today still. Uh-huh. Very bizarre comparison. Yeah. This is my audience, man. This is my audience. Everyone talking about their height like it's a thing that matters. This is great. Tatsuhiro Sato in the chat says, "Hi, Star. Hi. Is that the Tatsuhiro Sato I'm thinking of? Kurt Cobain died on the same day Hitler was born. Is that true?" I've heard all of Nirvana's music. Hmm. Crazy. I don't think I'm gonna go as long today. I don't think I'm gonna go as long. God is cruel to make weebs white and racists half Asian. Hitler and Cobain are like on the exact opposite ends of the culture pantheon. This is true. One is based and one was definitely not. No, of course this guy would say no, they're not, because he probably likes both of them. Oh my God. The level of cognitive dissonance you have to be on to think this. Like, you take one, like, countercultural, like, freedom-loving guy who, like, tried to be gay out of acceptance for gay people, and then the person who, like, wanted to put everyone who slightly deviated from the most NPC normie characteristics into fucking gas chambers and camps. Like, the Aryan race would have been like the creation of the ultimate normies because they would have taken out autists, gay people, except the pedophiles that were in their inner circle, but whatever. Uh, who else? The mentally ill and people who make cool art that's like weird. Uh, yeah. Of course you're gonna say no, but like anything you say is just gonna be based on historical revisionism. Like I can tell you the things that objectively happened, and it's just not gonna matter to you because you have this like customized reality that you've built in your own head that's not reflective of like any of the, primary sources, but you deliberately filter those out because it conflicts with your narrative. I understand how this works. I used to do it myself. Let's just agree to disagree. Sure, if that's all you got. Um, the average man in the USA is 5'9", 300 pounds. All normies would certainly be dead. I see. I'm assuming no way you're saying he isn't based, right? No way. Hitler cringe? My ideology. I see. Osaka died on the same day Kurt Cobain died, on the same day I died, on the same day music died, so bye-bye Miss American Pie drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. I see. Nice American Pie reference. Yeah, Hitler liked Bambi. That's very cracker core. Oh no. Is the average American 300 pounds? I don't believe that. I'm going to bed later my N-word and keep up the Nazi talk, brother. Yes, I appreciate it. Um, Good night. Osaka streamer now, question mark. When have I ever not been a streamer? Like I've always done live streams. I just kind of took a break from them for a while. I'm gonna do more vlogs one of these days. I've had less to say in vlogs. No perma streamer inward. I'm no, I'm not trying to be a permanent streamer. Time to go look. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. I wonder what vid I found you from. Um, yeah. I mean maybe you could just look through the channel. Like if you use image boards, which I assume you do, um, uh, then it was probably from a video that was posted on an image board. Um, God bless. What happened to your Southern accent? I don't think I've ever presented a Southern accent on YouTube. I've always kind of talked with both. Like when I was a kid, I had times when uh, I would talk in a Southern accent, and then I would talk in like the most standard like newscaster American accent to other people. So I switched between them, and my vocabulary would also change when I used the Southern accent. But I kind of hated Southerners growing up. Um, oh, I don't know. I almost never talk like that, except sometimes in stores around here. Um, yeah. Uh, Hiki in the chat says, "I miss these streams so much." Well, I'm glad I'm glad you're enjoying them again. Did you have a video plunging in snow? Yes, I have multiple videos that kind of have that. Um, uh, Here you should really check out that Adam Lanza channel. His audio logs remind me of the last two Evangelion episodes. Yeah, no, I definitely plan to. I remember your recommendation from earlier in the stream. That must have been where I found you. So are you talking about these four walls? Is that the video you're talking about? Because that's the most prominent video I can think of that has that. Um, have you ever seen Wata 10? I don't think so. Well, what was it about? Wata 10. This sounds familiar. Oh, an angel fell down to me. No, I haven't seen this. Hmm. It's an anime from Christ. I see. Well, good to know. I'll have to watch out for Christ. Probably, I'm from northern Sweden, and I think of visiting some exotic country. How exotic are you talking? Like, like how exotic? Oh, it's just right here. Well, that was easy. I don't know why this took me so long to find, but here's this. As an option to donate to the stream for those of you who so wish. Because I got asked it last time. I'm not doing that, baby ganoush. Sorry. Like Thailand or something? I mean, Thailand sounds exotic, but like it's like a one big tourist trap these days, right? Like you'd want to go to the weird parts of Thailand, like away from Bangkok. And not to see prostitutes, I promise. I mean, I I've seen enough of your Volk online to make some assumptions about that statement. That's all I'll say. Ask me questions, white man. Ask me questions, white man. Let's see here. I'm going to Thailand. Time to make some doubly subhuman babies. Good luck. I agree. It's fucked. I'm not like that. Okay. I think we officially have, as a Jew, I'll officially say that you're one of the good ones. Cats or dogs? Um, I guess dogs, but I don't want to own a dog again. Um, uh, I don't want to have a dog again after my dog died because like every dog just reminds me of my dog. Um, uh, let's see here. Let's see here. Watatin is about an antisocial woman who has an obsession sexually suggestive over her younger sister's friend. I see. I can't just rub it off, my guy. It's like dried blood. You're weak sperm if you marry Asian girls? I don't think so. I think it just means you fell in love with an Asian woman. Are you a Jew? Uh, Depending on who you ask, yes. Depending on who you ask. Um, I prefer dogs too. Yeah, I prefer cats these days out of necessity. I only breed Hyperborean, strong sperm, strong genetics, taller than me, blonde, blue eye women. I see. How do you even know what the word Hyperborean means? Like, I feel like Red, Yoshika Miyako Red should not know what the word Hyperborean means. Like, the fact that he knows what that word means, well, I don't think he knows what any word means, but like, the fact that you're aware that this term exists, uh, is not a good sign for the human race. I think a great mistake has been made. Um, uh, mistakes have been made. Mistakes have been made past the point of inception. Life as a short male is a walking nightmare. It doesn't have to be. I think, like, if you had more, like, self-respect or, like, confidence and, like, tried to be more, like, enjoying of life and upped your other stats, you'd probably be fine. Did you know that Hyperboreans are literally Slavs? That's who the Greeks described as Hyperboreans. Yeah, like, I mean, Slavs were just kind of the Asiatic hordes invading Europe, right? Like, that's the common position that people have was that Slavs were like Asiatic and they were invading Europe with their like primitive ways or whatever. That's the meme. I'm sorry, I've taken the red pill. Uh-huh. You're my favorite Jew. Thank you. No, Slavs just mixed in with Asian tribes. That's literally what I just said. I just used the language that they use. Um, if you're short, just learn to project your voice very loud. Yeah, I mean, learning how to talk well in general is important if you want to keep people's attention. Don't talk like Noam Chomsky, where every single thing has to be like this, and I am going to talk about why the Bosnians weren't genocided today and how that's has to do with anarcho-syndicalism. Like don't talk about don't talk like that, you know? Like try to speak with emphasis, go up and down a lot. I love Chomsky. I also love Chomsky. That's surprising. I did not expect that. Technically, Finns are the most Nordic, and people stereotype them as Asiatic. I mean, Finns aren't the same as Slavs. Do they get roped in with Slavs? That's odd. Um, is that a black mark on my chin? No, it's just dried blood. Parenti Chomsky? Oh, I 100% agree. Parenti was way better than Noam Chomsky. Um, Michael Parenti was based. Uh, I am a mute because I'm schizophrenic. It makes sense. You're like one of the more coherent schizophrenics I've seen. Let's see here. Finns are like the in-between of Northwestern Europeans and Slavs. I see. As an autistic person, talking isn't my strong point, especially in heated discussion. Yeah, I mean, it's something you have to practice at. It takes time. No thank you, requested money. That's crazy. Why does he want £1 from me? He requested £1. I enjoy talking to people, I know, but I hate talking to strangers or in public. You have frail bone star? I don't think that's true. Um, I mean, nothing wrong with being frail, but I drink a lot of milk, um, and I get a lot of magnesium in my diet, so I kind of doubt it. I enjoy talking to people I know, but I hate talking to strangers in public. Uh-huh. I just wanted to see if you'd accidentally give me $1. I would have given it back to you. I see. Um, uh, unfortunately, I tend to I tend to not be that spacey. I think Chomsky doesn't say too much against my beliefs, to be honest. Like Zizek, they are sort of compatible with my views. Interesting. Um, I mean, I guess that's a matter of the terms you apply to yourself. Uh, the terms you apply to yourself conflicting with with what you believe. We do a little trolling. I had a schizo try to convince me that I was the reincarnation of the prophet Noah. I see. It's because of genetics, thin bones. I don't think I have thin bones in my family. Like there's not really like a history of osteoporosis or anything like that. Americans seem to love talking to strangers. That is true. That is true. Have you seen Captain Fantastic with Viggo Mortensen? No, I've heard of it, but no. I had a schizo try to convince me. I was like, oh wait, oh okay. I'm waiting till marriage. Hi Star, hello Rags Anime. Welcome to my inner sanctum. Welcome to my to how much do I weigh? I think like 115 pounds. I don't know. I have the kind of genes that make it to where no matter how much you eat, you just don't gain weight. Like my metabolism is super, super fast. Um, we all break the stranger danger rule by talking to people on the internet. See, you say I need to eat more, but I've had like consistent periods of time where I've ate like constantly and I counted calories and I made sure to do the nutrition shit and I never cracked above like 125 pounds. What I want to do, what I want to do is have like a strict workout regimen and then gain weight that way. Because if I get swole, then then um it'll be more easy to gain weight because muscles weigh more than fat. Let's see here. Uh Holy shit, skinny. I mean, yeah, but what else is new? Um I work at Little and the friendliest customers are people from the Anglosphere. Let's see, like England, Australia, and so on. Yeah, I mean, the Australians are quite friendly in my experience. Better to be skinny and fat than fat for your health, to be honest. I mean, that's true, but also it's better to have nutrition. So, like, if you're skinny, you need to make sure you have your nutrition good. Um, let's see here. Eat strict cookies diet. That'll make you weigh more. Not true. And plus, that's not a good kind of fat. Like, if you're eating like unhealthy shit all the time, that's not really gonna help with gaining weight. That's what my doctor told me anyway. My doctor told me I need a lot of protein and I need a lot of carbs. But she said like generally try to avoid a lot of sugars. Um, let's see here. Uh, do you promote suamaxing? No, I don't promote suicide in any form. Holy fuck, the kratom is hitting hard now. Kratom is useless without alcohol, but with it, it fucks you up. Um, I didn't really feel that. When I had done kratom with alcohol, I could only very like it was noticeable, but it wasn't super noticeable the kratom, although that was the only time in which I could notice it, if that makes sense. You want to be eating raw liver and bone broth mainly. I mean, liver is good. I'm a fan of eating liver. And build muscle by practicing spear thrusts and javelin throws. What color did you do? Um, 6 grams of green, I see. Um, I've done like every strain in those combinations. Like also different doses with the strains. Um, I just it doesn't seem to affect me that much. Change lower your pH, then take black pepper and turmeric. Red is better. Red is better. Um, uh, Red is better with alcohol. Uh, let's see here. Okay. Get cracked at DDR, lose weight, get better at DDR. I think I need to gain weight, not lose it. I like green the most. It's like a mix of red and white. I see. Yeah, DDR is a good game. Um, Drink Tibetan yak butter tea. I agree with this. I agree with this. I'm just gonna put my fucking thing in the wait. I'm gonna put wait. Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna how do I edit the bottom of the stream? Green these nuts. Ha, got 'em. The green retards are out here. The chickens have come to roost. This is crazy. I can't believe it. You should befriend Narcissia Wright? I don't know what I would have to say to Narcissia Wright. Like what would me and Narcissia Wright talk about? I kind of had a Narcissia Wright moment myself. You know, we all do in this world every now and again. It's crazy out here in the streets. But yes, North Royalton, I have had it with turmeric tea. Do you know how she's got back on Twitch from her lifetime ban? I don't. Um, I I I haven't really looked into it. She plays Melty Blood, which is based. That is based. Twitch moderation is all sorts of whack. Yeah, I mean, they selectively enforce things, right? I followed her since Cosmo Right like 10 plus years ago. Yo, that's crazy. Should I play a game? Should I play a game, bros? I don't know if I should play a game or not. I'm 39 years old. That's crazy. We got a boomer in the chat, guys. Start reing. Twitch has a tits bias. That's true. I'm thinking if I should start. I'm not gonna play Half-Life 1, sadly. What should I play? Twitch is full of simps. I'm not against transgender, but she seems to have gotten fucked in the head at the same time she transitioned, to be honest. This is a thing that happens with some people who are like going through like a quarter life crisis, but I wish her the best. Based. I appreciate the positivity in the chat today. But you know, like this is a thing that I feel like happens to some people. It happened to Narcissia Wright, and it happened to Digi, formerly known as Digibro, where like everything in their life is kind of going to shit, or they're like bored, or they've like, hit 30 or 25, and then, they're confused about their identity and like their place in the world, and then they just transition because they've constructed this narrative about themselves that like that somehow that's gonna fix everything, you know? And I feel like this is like an under discussed part of the trans community because it's not exactly glamorous of a thing to talk about. It doesn't help for advocacy, but it's helpful for truth. And I think we should be trying to have the most truthful perspectives we can on things. And I feel like it's plausible that a lot of these people, well, not a lot, but like some of these people just, had an identity crisis and then did some shit. Um, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not that people shouldn't have the right to try different things, but these are perspectives that I don't think are discussed enough. Did she pull a Keemstar where she has someone else own the account and she just Hosts? I don't think so, no. Keemstar killed Etika. Yeah, he did. No, fuck Keemstar. I worry for Yig's mental health. Yeah, me too. I do not think Digi is going in a good direction with her life at all. I get actually depressed when I watch her videos because like the lack of self-awareness is so clear. Um, it's actually insane. I was forced to save Keemstar in I4D2 for achievement. I don't know what game that is. Um, yeah. The weird thing about Narcissia is that it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like most people didn't mind the transition, but he/she made it weird and it spiraled on. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the full story. The annoying thing about Yig is that they are actually an intelligent person. I don't think that's ever been true. Like, I think Digi has a certain type of intelligence in regards to like sophistry, and being able to uh like Digi writes really good content for high schoolers. Like if you are taking like a high school writing class and you're at like a high school reading level, Digi is really good for that, you know? Um, Jesus Christ, they have 312K subscribers, OMG, they have a lot. They used to have way more. Like their subscribers have gone down by like almost 100K or something like that. But like if you watch Digi's anime analysis, they're literally like the writing that like a high schooler would have. It's just a really refined high schooler. Um, and some of the posts I look back on fondly, but like her content helped me get my start and was really inspiring to me when I was a kid. But as I've gotten older and I've like actually read things, the holes in the writing become abundantly clear. Um, and so yeah, she was good at those things. But all throughout her career, she's just said like absurd things that like clearly don't make sense, and that like are not common sense, are irrational, silly, and then has just kind of been like arrogantly married to those positions, like refusing to concede to anyone or to ask herself, real questions. Like she tends to surround herself with a lot of yes men, and has this very like narcissistic approach to discourse. And I don't think any of those things are signs of intelligence. Uh, can you give an example? Um, Not off the top of my head. I guess her debate with Destiny, like her debate with Destiny is a good example. I don't know how someone can listen to that and then consider her an intelligent person. What do I call you? I mean, my username is Osaka. Um, yeah. Please play gay baby games. I don't want to play games for children. Yo, I actually could play a baby game on the GameCube. I'm kind of considering it. There's a couple things. Should I? How old are you? I'm 19, almost 20. I'm turning 20 in April. Batten down the hatches, guys. We've got 2 decades coming on us. But I'm trying to think, what could I play? There's a couple things. There's a couple things. I can play Breath of the Wild. I'm 26. Yeah, nice. Uh, um, hmm. Is that really a wow? I don't think anything. Do I seem older than I am? The Digibro Destiny debate was bad all around. I mean, I think I generally agreed with Destiny's perspective in that debate. Like the whole debate was over uh what constitutes a good debate, or like what constitutes like someone winning a debate. And Digi's point of view was that someone someone being correct means that they've won. Like just being correct in general. And literally no one has that perspective. You seem a little younger, probably. I mean, probably in appearance, like the way I look. Like I think I probably look younger than 19, but I mean, you seem younger than, how old are you? 24? I don't remember. Like the way you talk and type is definitely a lot younger than I do. So it depends on how you measure it. I sounded like a fucking child groomer. You're 19, wow. I mean, 19 isn't really a child in most places. Unless you, like me, support raising the age of consent to 21. This is my least popular opinion I'll ever have, but I think it's necessary. I think Digi knew how retarded his argument was. He was just stubborn and emotional, in my opinion. Um, Not to get defensive, I like age regressing. Uh-huh. I mean, you can project defensiveness on whoever you want to, but the simple fact is that most people in the world do not feel insecure at the sight of like every arbitrary every arbitrary description applied to them by people who literally don't matter. The age of consent in Sweden is 15. That's bad. The age of consent being 15 is bad. Unless you're a pedophile. Don't be a pedophile. Mr. White, I got drip, bitch. 18, 19, 20, a good range. I agree. Like, as a general heuristic, like the agreed upon is 18, but talk to an 18-year-old, talk to a 19-year-old, talk to a 20-year-old. I don't think we generally seem like we have things together. I don't think that's generally how it seems. Look at me, for example. Do I seem like I have things together? No. I rest my case. But of course, in practice, it does not work like that. I mean, yeah, most people in Sweden aren't fucking 14-year-olds. Um, Dex Haria is Digi's friend, and he sucks him off mercilessly. I don't know who Dex Haria is. Dax Haria, I don't know who that is. But I mean, it makes sense. Digi tends to surround herself with yes men. Stop being a grody boy. I too can look up words in the dictionary to describe my enemies. Charles Lindbergh is, it's 13 in Japan. That's actually not true. The age of consent in most of Japan's in most of Japan's municipalities is like 16 to 18, if I recall correctly. 18 to 19 was a big jump for me. A high school senior is too young. I agree. Yeah. Um, like I think 21 is like, if the age of consent is about generalizing like maturity, Um, if it's about generalizing maturity, uh, and based on like what the worst or best outcomes for people are gonna be like on average, I feel like 21 is the safer bet. Um, I think the age of consent should be 18 to 21, but anyone who is 22 plus can't date two ages lower than their age if it goes below 22? What? I mean, like, being able to, what do you call it? How do I put it? Being able to have like 2 years or 3 years, in between, for like people who are like if you're like 21, like let's say the age of consent is 21. I don't think a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old should be barred from being together. Like I think that should be allowed. And if a 18-year-old is going to be with like a 16-year-old, like I think that should be allowed, right? You know? Um, Once you get to 30, I feel like most of the inequality is gone between ages. We're not enemies. Um, it's a figure of speech, my guy. You're certainly not my friend, but I don't care about you enough to describe you as an enemy. That would imply that like I actively think about you. The joke was that you actively think about me enough to, consider me that way at one point or another. Uh, Lots of experts. Oh yeah, no, I already read that. Let's see, Red being a pedophile. Um, Having your shit together is overrated slavery. The base need perspective. Yeah, a 35-year-old and an 18-year-old seems wrong. Yeah, I agree. The weird thing about America is that it's the most perverse and puritanical country both at once. I mean, I think Islamic countries would be more puritanical than America, but we're definitely way more puritanical than like most Western nations. Um, yeah, yeah, like probably all Western nations. Um, I don't know. Well, what about America is particularly perverse in your view? Is it like the porn industry? Like every country has a porn industry. Like which part of America do you mean? Like how would you describe that? Let's see. Tatsuhiro Sato in the chat says lol 18 is legal. Who cares? Um, because if the person has way more experience, like the 35-year-old has way more experience and perspective on the world, that's that's a hierarchy. Like they're hierarchically like they have power over the other person, and so they're more likely to abuse that person through their power, like the inexperience of that person. Um, Law does not automatically dictate morality. Yeah, exactly. Um, Morality and law, like a lot of laws are immoral, a lot of laws are moral. Um, these are separate questions, right? Like, if the law determines your morality, you don't really have a morality. Lots of things are legal that you shouldn't do. Lots of things are illegal that aren't bad to do, like victimless crimes, for example. You know? Mm, let's see here. Hey dude, hope you're doing well. Haven't had the chance to catch a stream yet. Hi. It's been a while since I've seen Casual around. Uh, I haven't seen you in fucking forever, it seems like. It's nice seeing you here. Um, Lots of TF2 fans in the chat right now. Also, hello to Rob Limbor in the chat. Hmm. Gary's mod is better. This is true. Time does fly. I feel like we did talk like 2 years ago about the Lil B documentary. Holy shit. Yeah, it's been a while. It's certainly been a while. Let's see, I only had sex with people that age when I was of that age. Interesting. As a detransitioner, do you worry about transgenderism being taught to prepubescent children? It would depend on how it's talked about. Um, there is data that seems to show that the majority of children who get on puberty blockers tend to end up getting off of them and identify as gay or bisexual or something else rather than be transgender. This is true. The good thing about puberty blockers is that they only shave maybe 1 or 2 inches off of your height, and then when you get off of them, like, puberty hits you like a fucking truck and normal development ensues. Um, they used to be used to treat kids who had puberty too early, like back in the fucking 70s. They've been around for a long time. Um, and so when it comes to the trans kid question, the idea of like delaying their puberty in order for them to have better outcomes in the future, supposing that they do continue to have gender dysphoria, is a fair thing, I think. Um, the problem, like, when it comes to schools, um, I don't think anything should be taught beyond gender is a social construct, and therefore you can choose to change it, because it is one. This is male and this is female, and that's it. And this is what sex is. Okay, let's learn about biological sex, and let's talk about the sperm and the genitals and stuff. I feel like that's all it should, like, it shouldn't really go beyond that. Like, if you're in high school and you're taking a sociology class or something, or like a psychology class, okay, maybe you can talk about it there, but I don't think anything beyond that should be taught to kids. Like, just give the definitions of gender and sex, um, and then maybe say don't bully people. Like, that's it. You don't need any more than that. Um, but as far as trans kids go, you know, I think there should be a rigorous process where you see like a psychiatrist who specializes in this over, the course of multiple years, and they amass, evidence that existed years prior. In the event that puberty blockers are employed, I think it should be very, very strictly uh, regulated, which it is. Um, you know, and you certainly shouldn't be giving estrogen to people under the age of 18. Um, huh. Uh, Morality is subjective to a certain extent. I don't think it's to a certain extent. I think it's just in general. Like, all of morality is subjective. I don't think an objective morality can exist. Um, with that being said, my moral framework is objectively better than yours. Checkmate. Um, Kaczynski was trans curious. Didn't Kaczynski initially get on HRT? Is that true? No, he did not. I see. Yeah, I don't know too much of the background. That's what I heard. Hmm. Is this a milk emote? A meeting with the therapist, and he said he backed out before going to meet and talk about his feelings. I see. But he thought about it a lot. I see. But he was also MK Ultra, so yeah, I mean this is true. They like Kaczynski was just tortured. Oh, he had a lot of weird ideas. Check out Atasa Readings of Eco-Extremism for info on groups like him. Uh, it not only talks of groups like him, but also pieces of writing from similar groups. One of the few books I've found on the subject. I will. Okay, let me look this up. I will check it out. Uh, one by various. Okay. Yeah, I've got it saved. You say to Google a PDF, but I'm terrible at reading things on PDF. Yellow room, yellow jacket. Is your favorite fruit the banana? This was given to me by my ex. This hoodie, the Daydreamer hoodie, was a meme. It was like the thing he always wore. Um, and I just wear it still, even though he broke up with me. My room is not yellow. It just looks yellow because of the yellow light that I have. This is more like a like a subsect of white. Um, is Chainlink a scam? I don't know what that is. I don't know what Chainlink is. There is only an idea of Osaka syndrome. I don't actually exist. Like, none of this is real, what you're watching, or what I do. None of it is real. Do you believe in a higher power? No. Um, no, I don't. I never have. There's been a couple times when I've tried to be religious and it just didn't work out. But I was raised atheist. Spend any time in the foster care system? No, for most of my childhood, my parents were together, and then they separated off and on, and then they separated entirely, and they're in the process of getting divorced now. Are mechanical keyboards a scam? I honestly don't know. I think I might play a game. Yeah, what game should I play? I'm thinking. I have to plug in. I'd have to plug something in. Minesweeper. I'm on Linux. I don't have Minesweeper. Roblox Bed Wars. I don't like membrane keyboards, and a lot of cheap keyboards can't move three inputs at once. I see. Shouts out to Captain Osaka. Linux fail. Linux does not fail. Listen, if you want to be spied on by Five Eyes, be my guest, but not me. Let's see. Am I just gonna play COD again? I'm trying to think. Oh, man, this is actually hard. This is hard to consider. This is hard to consider. Am I just gonna play COD again? Oh. How long ago was your first stream? I actually don't know. Geez, I maybe 2017? Lol, privacy on the internet? Listen, you joke, but it's possible to achieve. You just don't know. Play Yandere Simulator, Keck. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Um, you joke, but it's possible to achieve. Hi. I live in a small room for small people. Being a manlet is just base, by the way. Like, if you're a manlet, shouts out to my short kings. This is a penny. Shouts out to my short kings. You don't even know. You don't know how cool I think you are. Small rooms are comfy. Hello. I need to know why Jewish people made me an incel, a NEET, in poverty, 5'2", have no friends, a drug addict, what else? What else did Jewish people do to me, guys? Yeah, I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna need your help figuring this one out. What else did Jewish people do to me? What else did Jewish people do to me? I'm gonna point my fucking thing at the TV. Yeah, they made me a gamer, but no, being a gamer is good in this timeline, in this hypothetical timeline. Give you $5. They unfortunately didn't give me $5. I can't see because of the pigs around the corner. For some reason, I'm not asleep. I thought you went to sleep like hours ago. Or maybe that was Smite. Maybe that was Smite, who went to sleep hours ago. I can't see because of the pigs around the corner. Okay. In before this inevitably falls down, and then exposes my... Oh shit, wait, no, I can't have this on with the fucking computer at the same time. I completely forgot. I can't have this on with the computer at the same time because the fucking power will fuck up. Okay. You're gonna see yourself on the stream now. Okay. Let's turn the thing off. I'm gonna have no way of approving comments in the chat, by the way, so, like, don't swear as much, because, when people swear in the chat, I have to approve the comments manually, and I can't do that on my phone for some reason. Particle accelerator type TVs are cool, I agree. Yeah, this beast takes up so much power that I can't run my computer at the same time, unfortunately, without risking, like, something getting on fire. You are cute, thank you, I appreciate that. The fucking screen was fucking up a little bit. Okay. I gotta do some detective fagging. I have to go back behind the screen and kind of jiggle the wires a bit. Okay. That should do it, right? That should do it. I think, probably. It seems good enough. Listen, Craigslist. Motherfucker. Listen. Craigslist can't always be a win, okay? Craigslist can't always be a win. That's all I'll say. Whoa, pretty colors. Google only allows meetings like this for the NSA's PRISM project. That CRT is so wide. Yo, no, it is wide. So what about the First Amendment? This is wide. This is like the boy he wide CRT. It seems to have cleared up. The colors were kind of fucking up for a moment because um, the component cables were upset, I guess, and it was flickering because of a bad connection. But now it's working and it's being nice to me. Um, yeah. Come on, multiplayer, let's go. I would use my huge CRT more, but the CRT hum hurts my ears a lot. I literally never hear the hum. I never hear it. There probably is one, but I just, like, how do people, maybe I just have really fucked up hearing, but I literally can't hear it besides, like, the brief moment when you turn the thing on. Okay, there are not enough players for this. Maybe there's free-for-all? Please? 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 No. Wait, there's usually fucking people in the games. What the fuck? Oh, okay, here we go. Nice. Um, uh, PS3 on component cables on a CRT based. I would agree if my fucking component input wasn't kind of fucked up on this TV. Did you ever magnet a TV when you were 5? No, I was always told not to do that. Uh, my hearing is extremely sensitive. Yeah, I'm the opposite. Um, I can't hear for shit. Is there a tendency for trans women to be big, or is it just chud propaganda? I've seen so many dating app profiles of 6'3" trans women who pass badly on kiwi farms. Um, I don't know. Uh, I think those communities tend to try and find the worst examples of trans people and then really amplify those examples because they don't like them. Um, I think it probably looks more like the average height for the biological man with more short people sprinkled in on average because like you when you're short you're considered feminine throughout your life, so like that's gonna influence your self-perception in some way probably. Like I knew one trans girl um who was like what is it, like 5'2" or something like that. So I've met like a couple people kind of like that, so it really depends. That was dumb. I'm trying to simultaneously look at the chat and the game. The last night what I was doing, and I'm doing it badly by the way, but last night what I was doing was I was playing the game while basically watching the game happen through the phone, which was like pretty hard to do. And my gameplay, it had shown through in my gameplay. Um, there aren't enough people on this fucking map. I swear to God. Wait. Hmm. And I'm also not trying because I'm trying really hard to talk. Like being able to play a game and talk at the same time is an insane skill to me. Um, I don't know how people do that. There's just no one around, or am I just in circles? Don't worry, I'll read messages when I die. My guy, come back. Don't disappear. I really want to look at the chat, but I'm playing a video. Ah! Okay. Um, do trans pills make person shorter? No, they don't. To TBF, I saw a 6-foot dom trans woman I would let step on me. Good for you. You most likely grew up with CRTVs like me and don't hear it? Yes. This particular model, in fact, was the one that I grew up with. I tried fixing my Black Ops disc but couldn't get it to work, so I'll have to buy a new copy when I get the money. Yeah, it would be cool to play with you on stream. I mean, this is I guess I've just kind of become the only Black Ops streamer that like still exists. That's kind of my thing now. Oh, we got a kill. Crazy. Um, I will periodically check the chat when oh shit, there's a guy. There's a guy. Oh, you got him. Okay. I will periodically check the chat, I swear. Oh fuck. Okay. I ran into a grenade, lucky. Okay, one second. I'm gonna lean back. I might pirate Black Ops and put it on PS3, but yeah, but if you pirate it, you won't have access to the servers. Like the advantage of having like a legit console is you can play online. Like if you wanted to play the single player campaign, why not just play it on a computer? It's like the appeal is kind of being able to play on legacy servers, on legacy hardware, you know? If you want to get really legacy, you can still play Black Ops on the Wii. You just have to connect to a fan server, but it's not that hard to do. Like I don't even think you need your console modded. But for like I think it was like last year. Last year was the year that they stopped having Call of Duty servers available for Wii, even though the Wii Online thing had stopped years ago. What? Oh shit! Fuck! Fuck! Where is this guy? Got him. Oh, hello. Hello. Okay. We'll be able to say play online if we use backups on my PS3, even if I own the actual disc. Thoughts on Maris Feet? I don't know who that is. What game is this? NW2? No, it's Black Ops. Who is Maris? I don't know who Maris is. Oh wow, we're doing really bad this game. I should just play this on HDMI because for whatever reason the component port really is not a fan of me right now. Mari from Omorio Nissan? I'm not aware of the source material. I apologize. Ah, wow. That was like the saddest kill anyone has ever gotten in a game. Like imagine like the guy is right in front of you and then you take that long to get them. Wait. Wait a minute. Got him. Man, these guys are playing like shit right now. Oh shit. Shit. Is he still there? No. Ouch. Tell me why I'm worthy of anti-Semitic slurs, please. Tell me why I'm worthy of anti-black slurs. Okay. No, we have to do some real scoping right now. We have to do some real gaming right now. That was so sad. I'm gonna 360 no scope these 9-year-olds. And by 9 I mean like 36. You get any neat bucks? I do. Although I think they're being cut off now. I'm not sure. I was supposed to go to an interview to like get them reevaluated, and it didn't go through. I didn't show up. Yo, are these our dogs? I really hope so. Oh shit. And now we're winning. Haha. Oh, am I gonna be the one who gets us over? Where's the other guy? Oh, shit. He's over here. Fuck. Okay. I don't think I've ever played online COD before. That's like the main part of the game. Like, that's the part of the game that's really enjoyable. Yo, this is crazy. The people here are so insane. What thumbnail am I gonna make for this stream once it's done? That's what I wonder. Like, I'm gonna have to make... oh, okay. I'm gonna have to make something really schizo this time. That's what I want to do. Do you vote now on your phones? What should I do for the new thumb? Oh, they're all in here. Okay. Oh shit. Fuck. What iconography should I include in the next thumbnail? Okay, if I'm gonna be this quiet, I should just focus on the game. When she doesn't care. We lost the lead because of me. This is so sad. Don't worry, guys. We can stay up. Fuck. Barely. That was barely a victory. A good game, though. GG. GG. You know that we're kind of petering off when I start playing Call of Duty. Am I being swatted right now? How have you not heard of Omori? It's basically the new Undertale. I don't really keep up with what everyone is talking about a lot of the time. Like, the mainstream conversation surrounding games. I gotta go for the night. See you later. Glad to see you back. No, it's I'm glad to see you here. I don't really keep up with like the discourse, like the modern day discourse surrounding games at all. And that would be why. What? Oh, I hate Villa so much. I hate this map. I don't really care about the pigs around. I'm gonna have to get my self-harm rubber band and use it again at this rate. I think this will probably be the last stream I do for a while. I think this arc of me doing like a bunch of streams randomly has been a good arc, but I think I need to like disappear for a few months and then start making a bunch of vlogs again, and then just be like a vlogs person. That could be an interesting development. I like the sporadic nature of my channel that it's taken, you know, over time. Because I used to just be super consistent with videos, and then people would be like, you know, God bless, because your voice doesn't go hoarse, you make so many videos. I would be like, yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about, my guy. Um, and then there's like a full year where I just didn't really make any videos, almost ever. And then I come back, and then I do some videos, and then I like one a month basically, and then I just do a bunch of streams, and I think maybe disappearing for a while again could be good for like the hype, you know? Like I could generate hype if I was gone again for a while, and then I could come back. What do you think? And maybe I should start streaming at 10 a.m. Because there was a time when I was like just completely obsessed with doing live streams. Like, I still made vlogs, but like I was so excited about this format. And what I feel like I have to do now is start doing IRL streams. Like streams of real places in real life. I feel like that's the that's the that's the play. Oh no, I'm gonna start saying that's the play again. Hello. Hello, Ollie. I will... Wait, oh shit, I was looking at the chat. I will miss the streams, but do what you think is right. A lot of people miss the streams, and I want to give the people what they want. But also, like... I'm trying to consider, right, like, what... Like... Like, if I came back in a few months with a bunch of new shit to say, and when a bunch of things will happen over this summer, because things are about to get crazy, you know, what's that gonna look like, right? I'm not focusing on the game at all, by the way. Oh shit. Dude, that guy was like doing the Call of Duty equivalent of bee hopping. I can't believe it. If I'm in this wide open space, well, there's a... Yep, exactly. Oh shit, okay. I live rent-free in your head. I think it's the opposite. Like, the fact that you even come on these streams and have things to say, and, like, consistently feel the need to bring me up. When was the last time I ever brought you up? I think you like the idea of living rent-free in my head. Because I made fun of you, like, once? Like, I literally make fun of you once, and then you're so hurt by it that you're like, oh, actually, this is a sign of my power over you. Maybe learn to take a joke, mate. What the fuck? Okay. Play piano song. I advocate for making fun of insecure people when it's funny. I advocate for saying funny things. It's like being insecure in itself isn't bad, but being insecure and then acting like you're not, like doing a lot of posturing, I feel like is something pretty easy to make fun of. And it kind of loosens people up because when you do that, it teaches the person like, okay, maybe I should loosen up a bit. Maybe I should realize like I'm being a bit silly. Like that's the point of doing it, right? Play piano song. It's just something, it's literally banter. Like it's something you do oftentimes with your friends, right? Yes, I am an advocate for funny things. Uh-huh. Is there a joke? I don't know what the joke is. Did I say that I was older than you? Are you trying to quote me somehow? Like, I just literally don't know what you're talking about. Uh-huh. I wasn't aware that Lego Movies Lego Movies was broadcasting to me from the messaging app Kick. I'm receiving messages from Clash of Clans in my YouTube chat right now. Shit. Okay. One of ours. Oh, fuck! Okay. Haha. Oh shit. No, no, not one of ours. My guy. My brother. Okay. That one was actually funny. I make 1 million a year. Let's go, let's go. Oh shit. Okay. We doing it, we doing it. Oh shit, shit, shit. Yeah. Okay. My guy. Got him. I'm gonna look at the chat in a moment if anyone is like eagerly awaiting. Oh, I could have just fucking knifed him. That was dumb. Yo. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's up there. Okay. Yo. Yo. Hey. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Oh. Got him. Oh, shit. Yes! Bro, I'm Jay-Z plus Kanye West. Oh, shit. Bro, imagine bragging about something you're like born with. Like, imagine if I came on here and I was like, I'm an African American. I'm so black. Please praise me right now. Haha, get wrecked. I'd be like, but did you put work into becoming black though? Like, did you apply the face paint yourself? That's that's what I would find praiseworthy. I'm transracial, guys. Yeah, they put effort into it. That's something worth bragging about. Imagine being smart and bragging about it. Then again, everyone does it. Is anyone really like, I mean, I guess some people, like an extreme minority, but most of smarts is just practice, I feel like. Like, it's just having motivation and then practicing something. There's nothing really special about being smart. Also, like, smart literally doesn't exist. Like, smart as a concept is not real. Like, it's an arbitrary designation that we've made based on things that we've just decided to value in society, and those values have consistently changed over time. You know, it's a social construct. Intelligence is a social construct. And so, like, if someone feels bad about not being smart, then, like, just tell them it doesn't matter, you know? Um, Imagine bragging about anything. This is true. It can be funny, though, if you can do it in a funny way. Like, I feel like the funniest type of bragging is like when you're able to subvert an expectation or make a point that isn't what's being directly stated, you know? I'm fine with doing this map again. Launch is also good. I kind of want to do Havana again. I'm like surprisingly decent at this map. The one true bragging is coveted Sonichu medallion. I agree. Have you seen, guys, have you seen that meme of Howie from Uncut Gems holding the Sonichu medallion. It's really funny. Lego SpongeBob ingested DMT in the chat. Lego SpongeBob just did a line of... He just did a rail of cocaine in the chat. He's come to proselytize the conclusions. That was so bad. I don't know what the joke is. Like, I get that he's doing a bit, but I don't know what the joke is. Yo, that car's following him. Yo, I was gonna shoot that guy. You didn't have to follow him. Okay. No, don't jam my radar. Sorry, my IQ is too small to grasp this joke. It can't be helped. Shogunai. What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. You like vector math. Are you the character from Baki LMAO? Yeah, no, we got Baki the grappler in the chat. Math is literally the opposite of low IQ. Like, the thing that... Isn't it like IQ is entirely meant to understand, like, how good you would be at math and, like, technical reasoning, right? Like IQ is about, like, numbers and shapes and shit. It doesn't really account for other types of intelligence, like emotional intelligence or like street smarts, otherwise known as common sense. Those things are really underrepresented by IQ. And I feel like emotional intelligence is way more important to have than IQ. Like, if someone is just like a shitty person to talk to, because they're not emotionally intelligent, then like, I don't care if you have a high IQ, you know? And then like common sense, otherwise known as street smarts, is also very undervalued by a lot of people, I feel like. Because it's more of an intuitive form of intelligence, but it's extremely important, you know? Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. But can you beat Goku? Being able to handle your own problems leads to higher IQ anyways, thereby showing EQ is based. I don't think it works like that. High IQ but socially inept. Hey, if you get a big enough check, it doesn't matter, because all of the Chinese and Korean women will be left for you. All of the gold diggers of races will be left for you. I have a high EQ. The gold diggers of races, Asians. No wonder the white man continues to colonize Asia with his dick. Of course, you would think emotional intelligence is for fools. Generally, paranoia and mistrust of other people, or distrust of other people, tends to lend itself to not wanting to have uh, things that would make you integrate into society better. So, like, better conversational skills, better emotional processing of, like, you know, negative situations, right? Like being able to pick up your feet afterwards. Depression and paranoia tell you those things are all just scams. They can't possibly be real. And it's like it reinforces itself. And so you get stuck in this kind of feedback loop of cynicism and then feeling like, oh yeah, no, actually I'm right. You know, like actually, like, I've got everything figured out. But what you're really doing is just reinforcing your own mental illness, you know? Star is a psychology expert now, question mark. Definitely not. Um, but I am very interested in the subject. I've read a lot about the subject. But no, I am definitely not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. The world would be more funny if everyone communicated in Morse code. You can't solve an integral or talk to a wall IRL. Yo, walls are cool though. All you have to do is be schizophrenic. What? How did I get second most kills this round too? Just be schizophrenic. If you're schizophrenic, then you can talk to anyone you want whenever you want. They just exist inside your walls. I want to play WMD, please. Just be schizophrenic. IQ is capped backwards long jump. I'm pretty sure I have depression, but I don't want to get diagnosed. I'm on enough medication already for health, my mood swings are random, and I can be manic a couple times a month. That sounds more like bipolar, but what I will say is, it's possible that the medications you're on have depression as a side effect. Maybe you should ask about that. Maybe look at your diet and like your exercise routine. Doors are the trippiest thing people ignore. Yeah, cyclothemia probably. Sounds plausible to me. It's almost getting to be my bedtime. I don't have depression, I have repression. Sometimes I wonder if repression is like even a real thing. Like sometimes I feel like it's just made up. And sometimes I feel like it's just made up. How do you know if you're repressing something or not? You ever regret throwing out your Bob and the Builder bed sheets? I do. I don't think I ever had any. I regret throwing out a lot of the toys I had as a kid to make room for a computer. I regret that. I don't know why, it's just like when I remember that memory, like it makes me sad. It's just, it's just sad. My grandmother gave me Bob the Builder socks when I was like 20. It was pretty base. That's funny. Bob the Builder thigh-high socks. Let's go. I've turned away from reality. I've become denpa. I've given up on the real world. I commit myself to simulation and simulacra. I'm gonna look at the chat in a moment. There's just, I have an advantage right now because all the guys are like on the screen, and that's like good. I'll look at the chat in just a moment. Bro, no, fuck you, fuck. I'm Ayamu Kasuga. Do you even know who I am? Okay, thank God. I'm gonna go into the internet. Okay. Let's see here. I will stay past my bedtime to watch this stream. Based, it's 12 p.m. here, so I can stay as long as I want to. My childhood died when a friend from my childhood passed away who I couldn't even reconnect with because we were pretty busy. Pretty sure I saw him at my college but didn't say anything because I didn't know it was him. My friend died age 24 in his sleep. Damn. I don't feel like there's been a major notable leap between childhood and my current age. Yeah, I mean, I was forced to grow up pretty fast due to the way that my living situation was. I've been to a lot of weird places and around a lot of weird people. So, I feel like depending on what year I've been at, I've been completely different. Oh, I don't know. I've always just kind of been changing a lot. That much hasn't changed. You know, the more things change, the more they stay the same, as they say. Fuck. What is this, like, 2-year-old humor in chat? Like, I don't know what the... I felt like there was a point, but I just don't think there's a point. Alright, I'm banning you. I think that was the goal. The goal was probably to get banned, but I don't want to listen to it anymore. R.I.P. What do you expect from someone called Lego SpongeBob Movies? This is true. I will say I feel like myself 3 months was completely different than me. They'll probably make a new account that's probably true. But the ban button does not have limitations. I just don't want my chat filled with these messages. And don't particularly care that that's exactly what people like this tend to want. It's just an attention thing, really. Attention-seeking type behavior. Eventually, if you ban enough accounts, the person gives up. Fuck. I don't like this map. This is, well, I like this map. Kind of, but it's a map I've spent, like, the least time on, kind of. Like, I don't usually play this one that much at all. Are you a Sonic fan? Yes, I love Sonic. Sonic is great. Wow, I did really bad this time around. What are your thoughts on Valorant? Valorant is... it's supposed to have, like, the aesthetic of Fortnite, right? But it's, like, it's one of those... it's one of those, like, fucking... Overwatch-esque games. I've never played it. I just don't really like the way it looks. What's my favorite Sonic game? Probably Sonic CD. Sonic CD is really good. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the third game, is also really good. I was texting someone earlier in Japanese and was able to read the majority of the stuff they sent me. I need to keep practicing my kanji reading. Nice. Sonic Riders is the melee of racing games. I actually agree. As far as Sonic racing games go, besides... No, actually, the team racing game was good. Sonic CD Lover Based. Yes. Glad to see a fellow appreciator of Sonic CD. I also really like... the ones they had on the Wii. I can understand the children in Japanese about 70% of what they say, but I have trouble making out what adults say. Just keep on trucking. We're all gonna make it. You mean in written language, right? Bro, that was a mishap. Try watching a simple Japanese TV show with Japanese subtitles on, so you read the kanji as you listen to it. What do you think about the Ukraine-Russia situation? It's pretty bad. I think a large motivation behind it was this interventionist, expansionist goal of, of what's essentially a failing state, like in Russia. Like Russia has been, kind of doing really bad for a while now. But Jesus, where do I even start? It's such a complicated situation. But I think more than anything, it could have been prevented by mutual trade negotiations that benefited everybody. Yep, he did make a new account. Okay. Banned this one as well. I don't think World War III is gonna happen. Um, I think, like, military alliances like NATO should not exist, and they tend to just cause more destabilization than not, and we should instead have every country should depend on one another economically, and that prevents wars from happening. Trade prevents wars, so we need to have mutually beneficial trade negotiations rather than competing military blocs that only contribute to instability. If Russia and Ukraine had like free movement and had like, firm economic ties, and everybody else involved in the situation had firm economic ties, then there wouldn't be anything to worry about. None of this would have happened. Do you think if World War III would happen, they would also draft women, or do you think it would be only men again? I think there would probably be women drafted, but the war wouldn't last that long. Like, World War III would just be the end of the world. Never been to a sleepover. This is a pseudo sleepover. That's true. Equality, even the trans getting drafted. I mean, that's what they do in Israel. In Israel, it's like, oh shit, I could have saved that guy. It's like, oh fuck, that was actually horrible. Oh my god. Um, it, trans women are put in the military as their correct gender. And so I think Israel is the only country that, I think they might be the only, are they? I don't know if other countries do equal service like that. Everyone, true equality, everyone commits war crimes. Yeah, yeah. Now, hopefully I answered your question. I am really fucking sleepy, like, holy shit. I, like, feel like I'm gonna pass out any moment now. I've, I've been to a sleepover, but the black version. I will not elaborate. I've been to a hood over. I've been to a hood over. North Korea? Question mark? What about North Korea? They draft women, I'm aware of that. But not like... I don't think trans people exist in North Korea. Hood over, you drink 40s? Yes. Smoke. The only thing I'm smoking is ops. That was bad. I think maybe I've got like one kill this whole round. I'm actually like exhausted. Well, there, I got one. The only thing I'm smoking is ops. She say she love me. Ah. Going off the sun is based. I disagree. I disagree every time you say this, but it's supposed to be good for you or something, so I do it anyway. I'm referring to the question of the women being drafted in my comment. Wasn't sure about North Korea. Oh yeah, no. Women are drafted in North Korea. I'm pretty sure. I wonder how mentally ill people are treated in the military over there. That would be interesting. I have Sigma brain. Sunlight is like Adderall for your skin. That's literally an exaggeration. I wish I could live in like a, will you watch vids on stream? I've done that before, and maybe at some point. Um, I prefer gray places to sunny places so much more. I wish I could live in like a gray, rainy place and just supplement vitamin D forever. Please. Take... Oh, fuck. Sunlight makes me even more stimmed than Adderall, I swear. Have you ever heard of the placebo effect? Have you considered the placebo effect? Maybe you just really, maybe you're just really passionate about, maybe you're just really passionate about, the sun. We're on dementia hours, by the way. It makes you glued to your couch and anxious? I, I have the polar opposite experience. It makes me smarter, and also way more energetic. Lizards sunbathe on the side of the wall doing push-ups. I generally feel less anxious on it, like a lot less anxious. Because I'm a lot more confident. Yep, exactly. I told you. Is that about it? Jesus, I'm really, really tired. I'm so tired. I think I might... Guys, I think I'm doing myself in now. I think y'all got me done in. I think that this is it for me. I'm really, really sleepy. There's a lot of people playing right now, and I feel bad because I want to keep playing with them. But like, I'm so tired. Like, look at this. It's 11. It's 11:32 at night. Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming out to the live stream. See you around.